We realized that we initially had some security issues with one of our machine rooms. We had some unauthorized users using equipment and damaging the equipment, and also posed a problem of someone being hurt after hours using equipment that they shouldn't be and that they weren't trained on. We had initially had a standard key lock on our machine room door and found that not everyone was locking the door when they were supposed to, so we really wanted to control who could enter and exit the room. The biometric switch really allows us to choose who can access the room and who cannot access the room. Once we realized how effective the biometric switch was on the machine room, we realized that we could then install it on more of our machinery equipment. From there, we installed it on a brand new piece of machinery that we had installed. The biometric switch then allowed us to only have authorized users to operate the machine by turning it on and off. Without being an authorized user, you can no longer turn on power to the equipment. Therefore, you could only safe and trained operators could use that piece of machinery. We realized that we could take the biometric switch and actually incorporate it into the main power feed of the machine. So when you were authorized to use the machine, you could then just use the fingerprint reader to read your fingerprint, which would allow power to go to the machine for it to be turned on. The reason why we had liked to go with the biometric switch versus a standard lock and key was, for one, there's always hardware to be lost. You can always lose the key to your lock. The biometric switch, you're never going to lose your fingerprint. You can control who can access and who cannot, whereas you can always lend someone your key. You're not going to lend them your finger. And also for safety, you can always say, hey, you're my friend, can you please let me in here? Or, let me borrow your key. Typically that's a non-issue when you're working with biometric switches. The installation of the biometric switch was actually relatively easy. We did need a couple of external parts such as relays and some connectors and things, but for the most part it just went together pretty flawlessly. From an OEM manufacturer of control rooms, we like the idea of the biometric switch, that we're trying to integrate that now into the control room and control panel aspects of our business. We can use the biometrics to control access to certain areas of the control room. We can control access to certain control panels. That way only authorized users can operate certain parts of the panels. The Schneider Electric biometric switch really gives you peace of mind. For safety and security at that price point, there's really no other option. We really look forward to using the Schneider Electric biometric switch in more of our infrastructure and OEM needs.